Now, this is our hot topic. Let's do it.
Hot topic.
So, this is a good question, babe. Okay, because I'm not gonna lie. This is something we need to talk about. Hot topic, travel hot topic this week is do adult kids ruin their parents' travel?
I mean,
Like I'm talking about like adult. I'm not talking about like early 20s or like like I'm talking about like do like you're older, you're retired, you want to see certain things, you want to do certain things because I mean you're probably gonna die soon, so you want to see certain things, right? You have a goal, you have a bucket list, and then here comes in your freaking adult kid saying, "Hey, you don't know what you want," and then like you know what I mean? Do they ruin? You think they ruin that?
yeah, I think adult children now have their say, right? And I'm sure now they're flipping part of the bill, so they want to make sure that they're enjoying their trip too. And I understand that. When the kids are younger and we're paying for everything, they don't really have a say, right? Because it's what we want, it's our money. But yeah, I have noticed that I'm dealing with parents that are having this vision in their mind of this beautiful trip. And then, you plan something and then all of a sudden everybody's giving their 2 cents. And there are three different types of travelers and maybe the adult children are not they have more of a budget than the parents do. And I see a lot of it's a little overwhelming. And then I feel bad, for the parents because, here they are, pacifying their kids because they want to make the best of their trip. And they also want to travel with their kids. So they're going to make their kids happy. So they put aside what their feelings are and what they want to do to appease their kids.
Yeah.
So, I see both sides of it, and
Yeah,
I get it.
I'm not gonna look. I'm sorry, but the older I get, like I want to do this. You don't want to do it. I'm gonna do it. Like for example, when we took my dad to Italy, right? The first thing I told him, well, like we asked him, what is like your bucket list in Italy? Well, like what do you want to see? What did he say? I want to see the Colosseum because he loves gladiators. What do? We took him. You know what I mean? Like we adapted our trip. Like what I like the way we travel is that we try to understand everybody's like bucket list or
Right.
what they want to see
But I
in
do
this
that with
trip.
my clients too. I always
Yeah,
say, like, who's traveling and what are your must sees, right? I
yeah,
think that's important because you want to make everybody happy. And so, and not everybody is going to be happy, right? There's how many times we've been to Italy and there's been things that I've wanted to do and I don't do them because you're trying to make everybody else happy. So it's gonna happen. But that's why for me, when you're doing
yeah,
multi-generational or traveling with adult children that and everyone to see something, you may want to extend that town a little bit longer.
yeah,
So then that way everybody gets to do what they want to do. And honestly, you don't have to do everything
yeah,
together.
yeah.
Like that was another thing that we were having in Rome. There was so many of us that it was overwhelming. And I opted my ticket, like I gave it away and I was fine being in Rome by myself. It was so
Yeah.
overwhelming. So I think that's something else too, that it's okay to, we actually disappeared one morning in Rome. Like, let's just go have breakfast together.
Yeah.
We snuck out of the hotel just to have a moment. We don't have to do everything together. So if there's a day and the kids want to do one thing and the parents want to do something else, it's okay. That's allowed.
I
There's no rule that you have to be stuck together.
I just think that what I'm seeing is that like okay, I mean we're talking about the sandwich years, right? So people that are in their 40s dealing with older parents and and kids, it's difficult, right? Because when you try multi-generational travel, you have to keep these young kids happy, but then you also have to kind of like understand that these elderly might not walk as long, might not so you have to plan the trip where you could accommodate the elderly but also entertain the young, and then also try to find some time for you where you do what you want to do. So it's difficult, I get it, but at the end of the day, the way I see it is, my father, how often does he travel? He doesn't travel often. If I could give him that, I'm gonna give him that. Like that's why. And again, I tell him there was a trip that he wanted to go with us to, I think it was the cross country. And I told him very bluntly, I go, there's a lot of walking, hiking, going up and down mountains. You can't, unfortunately, you cannot do it. And for us to go to a hotel and just stay there, there's nothing to see. So you also have to be kind of honest too, with your parents when you.
Yeah, I just, it makes me sad when, I have parents that like this is what they want to do and then, you plan this beautiful itinerary and then it gets runned over, and everybody has something to say. And, I see it happening often because I deal with so many different types of clients and
Yeah.
stuff. So it's a lot, it's hard. And you want to make everybody happy
But
and
you can't. But
you
and
can't.
especially if you're older, and like I said, and I'm not trying to be cruel, but like the older you are, less time is more valued.
Right.
You get me? Because you have less of it. So if you want to do something, you've like it's almost like
You've earned the right
you've
to
done the
pass it.
time. You've
Yeah.
done the time. So you deserve to go see that. You get what I'm saying? Like, these younger people have more time to go see it. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Well, that was like
Like,
what was said. I
yeah.
was, with a client, I was just like, well, you are paying for it. And, what do you want to do? And, there's some nice parents out there, I'm a little mean sometimes. And so it's hard. I get it, and at the end of the day, you don't want to get into in between family dynamics and stuff. And
No, but I think the ultimate thing here is that if you are an elderly parent and there's something you want to do it and put yourself first. It's okay if you put yourself first. There's and again, there's ways to accommodate your adult children and all stuff, but you need to put your place, what you want to see, because again, like I said, time is valuable, and if this is an opportunity where you're able to see what you want to see, take it, because when's the next time you're gonna go?
yeah,
So that was a good hot topic. I like that.
yeah.
And I think we're done. Thank you so much, guys. Subscribe, like, comment, send our information to the feds, whatever. Just make sure you keep following us. I love you, babe. Thank you for sticking it out tonight. And ciao, Wakalao. We're done. I'm exhausted and I'm going to sleep for 3 days.
Good